Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host, Mikey. This is the modern granny blanket. However, there's a change. So one of the things that I did not like about the modern granny is the way that the ends of a round finishes. And I really hated the way that you'd have to slip stitch in order to get yourself in a proper position. So what I wanted to do is take this idea again and just re-examine it so that I could have more of an even look to this, and also the colors are going to be flowing in around. I decided to use Red Heart Super Saver Bitty Stripes. This is called Rainbow Mist. Now, instead of using the recommendation of a 5mm size H crochet hook, I went down to an F to a 4mm. The reason why I did that is that baby blankets look a lot better when the stitches are tighter, and in this particular concept it looks a lot more elegant, so very photographable and something very practical as well. And it does compress the stitches as well, and it does maintain a square. So I'm going to get started right away and show you how to do the alternative version of the modern granny. At the time of filming this, the baby blanket is not yet done, but it will be updated in the video description as time progresses, which shouldn't be too long because I'm a pretty quick crocheter. So you're going to create a slip knot to begin with your F 4mm crochet hook. Now, if you want to use a different type of yarn, different type of hook, you can decide to do that on your own as well. There's no crochet police. You're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and slip stitch to the beginning chain to form the center ring. So pull through and you have the round circle, and put the straggler or the loose end around that circle to trap it in on round number 1. To begin the first round, we got to get ourselves set up. So we're going to chain 3, which will count as your first double crochet, and in the center of that little tight ring you're going to apply 2 more double crochet. So each side of the blanket on this first round is going to have 3 double crochets per side. To turn the corner, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. In other stuff, it would have been a chain 2, but chain 3 looks nicer, I think. So you're going to then go back to the center of the ring and apply 3 double crochet. Now with the Red Heart Bitty Stripes here, the color will change on its own, and so you don't have to worry about doing too much, just stitch it out. So at the corner, chain 3. And then come back into the center, and you're doing this so all 4 sides will be complete. Okay, chain 3 to turn. This is your last side. You can see 1 side, 2, and 3. So you're going to place in your 3 double crochet. And here's the difference of what the other one was compared to what I want you to do. I don't want you slip stitching in the sense of like having to get to the next round. So I want to just chain 1, and I want to half double crochet to the top of the first chain 3. And this will create the equivalent of a chain 3 space, and it will also leave your hook in the center of a corner, so then you don't get the rotation happening on the center as well. So this will be round number 1. Let's move on to round number 2. Round number 2, we're already in a corner. In the last types of modern granny, we would have to slip stitch to get there, but we're already there. So we're just going to chain 1 and single crochet into the same corner. You're going to jump over the chain 3, over the 3 double crochet by chaining 3. So 1, 2, 3, just jump right over to it and go into your next corner. So your corners will always be the same of single crochet, chain 3 to turn, and single crochet. So you're going to notice on this version is that the corners will always be a chain 3 regardless if it's a double crochet round or the single crochet round. Chain 3 to jump over and come into your next corner. Single crochet, and then how many chains to turn? That's right, you're going to chain 3 and single crochet into the corner. Chain 3 to jump, and then come into your corner. Chain 3 to turn the corner, and we're coming back to where we started right here. So we're going to chain 3 to jump, and you're going to single crochet into the corner that you started with. So this time we're going to do exactly what we just did before. When we joined, we chain one first and then a half double crochet join to the top of the first single crochet, and that will land you back in the corner, which will keep this as a nice solid square. So now we're moving on to round number 3. So the pattern is just going to continue to repeat between the 2 rounds I just showed you. So to start a new round, you're back to the double crochet. You're going to chain 3 to start. That's your first double crochet, and in the first corner here, you're going to apply 2 more double crochet, and you're going to finish this corner when you come back around. Okay. Now, the next space, just jump right into it. Don't chain, just go right into that space and do 3 double crochet. The nice thing with open spaces like this, it makes your stitches go a lot faster. So the next one happens to be a corner. As this gets bigger, there's more of these side spaces. But in the corners, you're going to apply 3, 3, and 3. It's 3 double crochet. Chain 3 to turn, and 3 double crochet again. And so now you're back going down a side. There happens to only be one space, so you'll just fill in that one space, and every time this gets bigger, there's more spaces between the corners. So there's 3 double crochet in each of the spaces. Your corner is 3, 3, and 3. 3 double crochet. Okay, chain 3 to turn. The colors are starting to change on the yarn, which is very desirable. It'll keep you mentally interested as well, because this is just a 2-round repeat, which can be very boring if it's the same color. So then come into your next space. It's 3 double crochet. Your next corner here, it's 3 double crochet. How many to turn? Yeah, that's right, chain 3. You're getting it. Do I sound like Bob Ross? Okay, so we turn the corner. You got your space. So you fill it in with 3 double crochet. And then you got your corner of where you started. So you got to finish this corner by putting in 3 double crochet. And do you remember how to do the join? That's right, you're going to chain 1 first, and then a half double crochet join, or a half double crochet to the top of the first chain 3, and that will connect you. So we're going to move on to your next round. So we're now going to move on to the next round. It's not complicated. It's just a matter of understanding that each and everything is in sets of 3. You can see how it's separated by the 3 because of the spacing of the single crochet that keeps them apart from each other. So as you start this round, it's a single crochet round. So just chain 1 and single crochet into the corner. And then we chain 3, and then we jump to the space between groups of 3 right here. Single crochet in there. Chain 3 to jump. Look for the next space between groups of 3. It's really quite obvious. And then chain 3. And then this happens to be your corner. So single crochet into the corner. Chain 3 will always turn the corner, and single crochet back in. Okay, so we have to get here. So we have to jump, chain 3. Come into the space between, chain 3, the space in between, and the corners. So this pattern here with this coloring of yarn with the Red Heart Biddy stripes is very addictive for me to be able to do something like this, because I'm dying to see how the colors are going to work out. And you saw the other sample at the beginning of this tutorial. It's looking amazing. And with the Rainbow Mist color that I'm currently using, it's very subtle, very baby-like, and it's something that I can proudly add to my charity box when the blanket is done. So I'm just continuing to move around. Corners, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. chain 3 to jump. Okay, and you keep doing this all the way back to the beginning. So in the beginning one here, single crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, join to the top of the first single crochet. And I'll show you one more round. So it's going to be this last round that you're going to do, and then the next one, and you continue to do that over and over until you're satisfied with the size of your blanket. We do have Modern Granny available in rectangle, but with the other alternative method of your corners, but you can probably do the same thing as well for that as well. So we're going to begin your final round. To do your final round, you're going to chain 3, and then you'll double crochet twice more into the first corner. So no different than what you've already done. So as I promised before, every time you complete these single crochet rounds, there's more spaces. So now there's 1, 2, and 3 spaces that you'll be filling in. So let's just do that, 3 double crochet in each. Do not chain 1 in between because we want to keep this stitch like your host dense. I know. I like to beat myself up. I'm my worst own critic for my own personality. Okay, so we're going to continue along and try to stay on track. And we're just putting in those 3 double crochets into those spaces. Your corners will be the same as 3, 3, and 3. So we have 3 double crochet. Okay, chain 3 to turn, and 3 double crochet all into the same corner. I believe on the other Modern Granny it was a chain 2. I think chain 3 looks more consistent and it doesn't cause any kind of bulging or any kind of differential between the corners. In the spaces, 3 double crochet each. So you will finish with this type of round of a solid granny concept of the 3 double crochets going into spaces. If you would like to add a border on there, you can. You can single crochet around if you want to. It's up to you on what you would like to do from that point. I think that this kind of blanket though, with the color changing with the Red Heart Super Saver bitty stripes with the Rainbow Mist, I think you really don't need a border because I think the yarn is going to be so fun on its own that you won't need to add any more extra bells and whistles. Okay, corners are 3, 3, and 3. And then keep filling in the spaces. Okay, and I'm going to pause here and I will see you at the end of the round in a moment. Coming to the end of the round, just filling in all the spacing with 3 double crochet each. And then you got to finish that final corner. So where you've already started it, this is the finish. So it's 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then half double crochet. So somebody's going to ask, why didn't you just do a double crochet join? Because the half double crochet will end up being right in the corner, where if I do a double crochet join, it's going to end up just off to the side. So this is a really neat way to get it to go. I'm not worried about stuff like this if the colors just are offbeat like that, because the whole thing is going to look amazing regardless of your approach. We hope you've had a good one, and just watch for a future video description as I get that pattern completely done. But I'm doing this at the time of making the sample. Have a great day. We hope to see you again. Bye-bye.